Hello guys, welcome to DanRock Productions, well technically DRP Gameplay, and today I'm going to be showing you something a lot of you probably didn't even know existed. For those that don't know the story behind Sonic Legends, it was developed by the Sonic Fan Dev Guild, myself included, back for Sage 2014 Act 1, and it was released and it was met with some pretty constructive criticism and some pretty positive reviews, so we decided to continuously work on it. Unfortunately, by the time Sage Act 2 rolled around, we were all busy with our personal projects, so we couldn't really do anything with Sonic Legends. So despite that, we decided to eventually start working on it in 2015 again, just sort of rebooting it, rebranding it, taking all the criticism into mind. So what I'm about to show you is the canceled version, because unfortunately we're no longer working on Legends. We have a new group project, Project Survival, which you can find the trailer on you can try and find the trailer for on Nathan's channel. But this is what we were working on. This isn't the very, very final version because that version I cannot get to run at all. This version is the second to last version that we ever made. So you'll notice some huge improvements right off the start. For example, the graphics are much, much different and much, much nicer as a result. A lot of them are completely either extremely edited or very, very custom. Tails say anything? Welcome to the Sage 2015 demo. Yeah, that unfortunately never really happened. Was there a Sage last year? Because I don't remember there really being a Sage 2015. Perhaps I'm mistaken. I just don't really remember it. So I'm about to go into Ancient Amazon Act 1. Music is the exact same for the first act. The gameplay is extremely different, though. You may notice if you look at the boost gauge, you may notice that it's filling up over time, and that killing enemies, collecting rings, that doesn't really affect it. Also, it's sort of taken on the properties of the Sonic Unleashed Wii and PS2 boost gauge, where you just sort of press it as opposed to holding it down. And that was done because a lot of people were spamming the boost and it was sort of destroying the level, and that was something that a lot of the critics sort of decided to say about the game was, hey, you should make the boost less spammable, all sorts of stuff like that. So the spin dash has also been improved. There was a point in development where the spin dash was actually the boost button, much like the adventure games. There was no boost. Also, we have the bounce bracelet from the Sonic Adventure games. So yeah, that's in there as well. The level design for Act 1 hasn't really changed much. It's really the same as the Sage demo. The other two acts have been changed from anywhere from slightly to absolutely enormously. So you're going to see that as we get to that point. Also, the life meter isn't always constant, and it shows up whenever you're still, which was another complaint that people had, was the HUD was way too big, so we decided to downscale it, change the colors so it's a little bit easier on the eyes, and we decided to have the life HUD a little bit different. Aside from that, though, everything else is pretty much how you remember it, aside from the boost and everything like that. The level design for Act 1 is the exact same as it was for the Sage 2014 demo. So, yeah. Little bug there, Sonic disappears. Again, this wasn't complete. This is the most completed, newer version of Sonic Legends that we have, which is why I'm showing it off. So next, we're going to be checking out Ancient Amazon Act 2. Different music right off the bat. I completely rearranged and remade all of the music tracks aside from the title screen theme and Ancient Amazon Act 1. Actually, even the title screen theme, if I remember correctly, I ended up changing a little bit. There may be... Well, actually, what I was going to say is you may notice that the level design's different. You probably have noticed that if you played the Sage 2014 build. The level design is extremely different. It's a lot more thought out, a lot more open-ended. I haven't really played Legends in a while, if you can't tell. I'm a little bit rusty. The boost still works on pipes, but I'm saving it for the ground. Again, it's completely up to the player whenever they would decide to boost. And of course the spin dash is back, as I showed before, and it is very, very powerful. So if you wanted to forget the boost entirely and just use the spin dash, you could. checkpoint. Yeah. Got a nice, ooh, what are those called? Corkscrews. Got a nice one of those right over there. Oh, red star rings. Completely forgot about those. That's a relatively newer feature for this build. I don't think that there were... Oh, there were red star rings in the original, actually. That they didn't really play any sort of role, and they were very easy to find. So we ended up fixing that, making them a little bit more hidden, but still very easy to find for the players. And that's Act 2 beat. Alright, moving on to Act 3. So this is Ancient Amazon Act 3. This is the sort of night stage that a lot of you probably remember with all the waterfall running from the Sage 2014 builds. Yeah, the level design is a lot better than it was for the original game, because I remember a lot of people were having trouble sort of making it so you could, like, a lot of, oh god, what am I trying to say? A lot of people are having trouble with the bottomless pits. There we go. Also, the tiles are a mix between Act 1 and 2, which is a pretty nice change. The music also, once again, has been completely remastered. Don't know why it's not letting me up there. Again, incomplete version, so can't really fault us for something we didn't finish and never really intended to show off at all, ever. So, there we go. Again, this wasn't. This was really supposed to be sort of. We did end up making a trailer. Or actually, I ended up making a trailer for Nathan for this game, for the Sage 2015 trailer, but we never really intended for it to be released. So we never really showed this off to the public aside from a couple of seconds, but I figure that you guys should probably... I would like to add closure to the subject. You guys should probably know what happened to Sonic Legends, so that's why I'm showing it off right now. Oops. Oops. God. I don't know the level design in a game that I was part of. We had a very, very large emphasis on platforming this time around, as opposed to before, where it was very, very emphasis on boost. It's bizarre, that platform moving very slowly. Oops. There we go. Again, bit rusty. I haven't really played this in a while because I haven't needed to. So, oops. Oh, God. There we go. Oh, or not. Yeah, the waterfall running was something that we did get a lot of critiques about, and I agree, it's something that wasn't too fluent in the original. And that's the end of the demo. There's the test level, obviously. That hasn't changed at all, so I figured I wouldn't really show that off. But, so yeah, that is what happened to Sonic Legends, for anyone who is wondering. And I can't seem to... Oh yeah, we added a slide, too. Completely forgot about that. Saving point, of course. So yeah, for anyone that was wondering, this is exactly what happened to Sonic Legends. I'm glad that I was able to show you guys, so that way anyone that was sort of caught off guard and not used to the game's cancellation, you guys can hopefully have some closure on the subject of what eventually did happen to it. If you guys really want, because I don't really think anyone's going to care or have any objections, I might put the EXE out there if anyone really wants to play it. Again, I sort of covered everything, but I don't think anyone in the group's going to have any objections to it, because it is a dead game. We have canceled it, so I might just throw the EXE out there for anyone who wants to play it. But it depends if you guys really want it or not. So if not, then that's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that I was able to answer some of your questions on Sonic Legends. Peace out and take care.